Hi everyone, I'm Tanaaz from foreverconscious.com and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of June 25th. So on June 30th, we have Neptune stationing retrograde. So Neptune spends about 6 months of the year in retrograde. It's normal, it's a natural part of its cycle, but we are now getting a little bit of add-on to our retrograde energy. We have Neptune retrograde this week. Venus is in its shadow phase, preparing to go retrograde next month. Saturn's in retrograde, Pluto's in retrograde, and by the end of August, we will have Mercury and Uranus in retrograde as well. So we're heading towards this buildup of retrograde energy. And when that happens, things tend to slow down. The universe is encouraging us through this powerful retrograde energy to be in a more reflective state, to look back over the past before we, launch ahead. It's a very reflective, let's go back over things, let's look over things, let's go through the past, and the energy of the cosmic skies tends to slow down. And with that slowing, we tend to feel more deeply. Things aren't moving so fast. We can't bypass them. We really have to sit with them. When planets station retrograde, they kind of really hover at that same degree of the cosmic skies, and that, sort of slow down and that, imprint on that degree really gets us focusing on its energy. That's why a retrograde planet is always strongest the day it stations retrograde and the day it stations direct, because it's really hovering and centering on that one point in our cosmic skies. So on June 30th, when Neptune goes retrograde, you can expect or may expect some truths to be revealed. Neptune is the planet of dreams, illusions, creativity, escape, spirituality. But when it turns retrograde, it kind of brings us back down to reality. It can be a little bit of a rude awakening sometimes. It kind of forces us to wake up and look at things from a more realistic point of view, out of the dreamland and into a little bit of reality, which can be a bit harsh. It can also reveal truths. If someone has been deceitful or lying to us, that can usually come to the surface during a Neptune retrograde as well. It is a time of kind of taking off the rose-colored glasses or lifting the veil and seeing what is behind it, a new truth, a higher truth, a more realistic truth. So that is the energy with Neptune stationing retrograde. And then as we get to the end of the week, this actually happens on July 3rd, but we will definitely be feeling it by the time we get to the end of this week. We have the Capricorn full moon. This Capricorn full moon really holds a lot of energy that's supporting us to do the hard things. So if you have some challenges going on, or the full moon maybe brings challenges up to the surface, the energy of this Capricorn full moon is really helping us to feel determined, to find our strength, to know that we have the wisdom, the capacity, and the juice within, to get through these challenging times. It is a time where we can feel supported to kind of get those hard things done. So if there is something challenging, if there is something on your to-do list, if there is something hard, this Capricorn full moon would be a good time to take action, because you're really being supported to do that work. You're getting a leg up to do the hard stuff. You maybe will even feel more determined and motivated to get it done or to get through it. This Capricorn full moon also almost aligns with the Sirius Gateway or the Sirius portal. Sirius is a star. It is known as our spiritual sun. And on July 4th, 5th, that'll sort of depend on your time zone, the sun aligns with Sirius, with our spiritual sun. So kind of like our earth sun or our human body sun aligning with our spiritual sun, and it's a very heightened energy. I'll drop a link below if you want to learn more about that Sirius Gateway or that Sirius portal. But the full moon is very, very, very close to aligning with that portal. And so this full moon is going to take on a very intuitive, psychic energy. It is going to help us to kind of see ahead, or maybe see around corners, or give us that instinct, that insight into what it is that we need to do, maybe how we need to move through this challenging thing, or just in general kind of giving us some guidance. It's a very good full moon for reaching out for guidance from your inner self, from your higher self, as to what's next, what's the next steps you can take, what does the path ahead look like. And of course, as always, to support you, I have the Capricorn full moon ritual that comes with a reading. And you can definitely, make use of this Capricorn full moon energy by trying out that self-guided reading where you pick a card and get a message. So I'll drop a link for that in the description box below. You can find it in the Capricorn full moon ritual. It's part of the ritual. But yeah, awesome energy for getting things done, for surmounting to any challenges that have come your way or will show up in the coming days. I'll touch more on the full moon next week, because it technically does fall next week, but we're just going to be feeling it. Generally, the rule of thumb with a full moon is you're going to feel it more as we move towards it, whereas a new moon is the opposite. You kind of feel it more after it has passed. So we're in the build up to that full moon energy this week, and we're heading into July. One of the big cosmic events right in the first few days of July, like I mentioned, is that Sirius Gateway, that Sirius portal of heightened, high vibrational, high frequency energy. So really, really nice. I hope you found that helpful. You can find more at foreverconscious.com. I am Tanaaz. Thank you so much.